Does it start?
Oh my God!
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, hello. I'm trying to reach Lukas Cobb.
This is him.
Hi, this is Kathleen from William Shatner's office. Are you guys ready on your end?
For William Shatner, yes, we are ready.
Great. He's just wrapping an interview right before you. So what I'm going to do is place you on hold, and when the line picks up, he'll be on, okay?
All right, we'll be on hold for William Shatner. Sure, hang on 1 second.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, thank you. Look at you. Look at you. You are beside yourself. What did you bring?
It's
What
a
is
city
that?
on the edge of forever.
What is
this
this?
card too?
That's the Star Trek book?
It's a picture book with that episode.
Am I embarrassed that I've never seen one episode
Don't
of Star
say
Trek?
that.
I've never even seen it.
Don't say it.
I haven't seen Boston Legal either.
It's Denny Crane. Don't say it.
I don't.
Lucas.
I'm just excited that somebody of this magnitude
I think I need a tissue.
is calling the radio show, and he's coming to Wichita. How big is Captain Kirk? Now he's the main guy. He's bigger than Spock, or is Spock bigger than him? Because when you weigh those two down, I mean, I've heard that my whole life. Captain Kirk and Dr. Spock.
I can't pick.
You can't pick. So they're
Look,
even.
they're both on the cover.
Well, who's in this picture that you brought in?
That's Edith Keeler.
Oh.
It's Joan Collins. Whether she lived or died changed the fate of the planet. And I wanted to be like that.
So you're going to tell William Shatner when he comes on that an episode of Star Trek changed your life.
Yep.
How do you think he's going to handle that?
I don't know. I hope he's nice.
I got some questions here for him, and I'll lead you into it. I just don't want you
Okay.
to just.
I won't.
I don't want you to scare him off. I want to be able to tell him how much you love him and
Okay.
all these things. We're on hold right now though, so we'll have to.
I think I'm tearing up.
You are getting.
Oh
teared up.
my gosh.
You never thought you would talk to Captain Kirk?
No. Here, feel my heart. Wait.
Wait, is that legal? Oh my gosh, it's pounding out of your chest. Oh my gosh, I think I just got to second base with you.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Oh. Okay. How long? Who's he on the phone with?
Maybe he's on the phone with Denise Neal.
Who's that?
You're ridiculous. You know, on the newspaper where she writes the article for the Wichita paper.
For the Eagle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he doing an article with them?
I don't know. I think he's doing Wichita Press.
Does he
The
not?
press junket.
But does he not like being referred to as Captain Kirk?
He's okay with it now.
He is, but there was a while where he didn't.
Yeah, he did not like it. I think I met him once whenever he wasn't at peace with it. And
Yeah.
he didn't really like the
You went
Star
to
Trek people.
Did you go to a Star Trek convention?
Yeah, so I
that's when
could
he
meet
didn't
him.
like- that's when he didn't like it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Lucas, Bill Shatner.
Hey, what's going on? Can I call you Bill or do we call you William?
No, call me Bill. Can I call you Luke?
Yes. You are my father, Luke. Wrong
There you
movie.
go. I bet you've gone through that.
Yes, I have.
Well, what we don't want to call you is Cox, right?
You can call me whatever you want.
Cox, I am your father.
I am your father. I love it. Dude, hey, well, first of all, thanks for calling us. We're so excited that you're coming to Wichita. Bill, have you ever been to Wichita?
You know I have. And it's indelibly imprinted in my brain, but I just can't remember where the indelible image is.
So you're telling me there's a chance that you've been to Wichita.
I've been to Wichita, but I don't remember why.
Right. Okay, so first of all, so you're going to be here again November 3rd. The William Shatner Experience is happening. Everybody's super excited about that.
Yeah, Shatner's World at the Orpheum Theater.
Shatner's World. How crazy is that? And by the way, the Orpheum Theater is one of the craziest theaters because it's
When
got...
you say crazy, what do you mean?
I mean heritage. Like I took a tour one time when nobody was there, and it's kind of like there's rumors that there could be ghosts in there.
I had heard there were ghosts, and they only appear when the audience comes into the house.
That could be true.
So when your listening audience flocks to the Orpheum Theater November 3rd, the doors open at 7, the curtains at 8. It's a long way away. I mean, we're in September, and this is the end of October, so we're really 2 months away. It still is time to get your tickets because there's going to be a rush. Everybody wants to see those ghosts that you're talking about.
I think they want to see you more than they want to see the ghost, but they're willing to. They'll put up with the ghost. They'll put up with the ghost to see you.
Well,
Hey, so I was in Phoenix, Arizona this weekend visiting my parents for Labor Day weekend, and I didn't know that my mom and dad loved you. And so here's where the fight began. I said, I'm interviewing William Shatner on Thursday, and they said, what? My dad was like, I love Boston Legal. My dad never watches TV, but he said, that's the funniest, the best show. He loved it. And then my mom yelled, it was like, that's not the best show, Star Trek. And so they started going back and forth about who you are better in Boston Legal.
Are they getting a divorce?
I don't think that's going to cause a divorce, but there was a heated debate going on there. Now, I know Captain...
I am sorry, Lucas. A heated debate is the first step in a divorce.
It is, and I told my mom and dad, I said, please don't divorce over this.
I'm very sad that I've caused a rift in the relationship of your mother and father. I hope that doesn't alienate you and me.
How dare you be so great in Boston Legal and Star Trek? It's you're not right for that. Now before I get to this, because we have a super fan that's in the studio that's been dying to talk to you. But before we do that, me and my friends were talking about when you first came on Priceline about how much money you made, and I heard it was enormous, and so we both thought it was a certain amount. Can you verify how much money you made with the Priceline commercials?
I'm going to tell you exactly how much money.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I first started the commercials, the company was it was hardly a company, and they said we don't have any money, but will you take stock? I said okay, I'll take stock because it was the guy who asking me to do it was a friend of mine. So I took stock. All right.
Yep.
This is the beginning of the .com bubble.
Oh.
Okay. You ready?
Oh yeah.
So I get a lot of stock at like 10 cents. It's not worth very much money. I do the commercials, and gradually, because it's a really good company.
Yeah.
I mean, it had something substantial to offer. It goes way up, goes to hundreds of dollars, $150. But there's a thing called a lockup, where people who are in on the beginning of the stock can't sell their stock for a period of time, usually a year and a half. So I'm waiting a year and a half, during which time the stock goes really high.
Oh my.
And then as I'm waiting, it goes back to where it was, this .com bubble bursts.
Oh.
Now, less than 10 cents. So I sell it all.
Oh,
And then it
no.
goes back up.
How much? So you had a chance to make $1 billion?
No, man. I sold it all for like $100. Enough to take you out to lunch, but I can't leave a tip. You leave the tip.
Guys, I got to tell you, when you come to town, you and I are going to the Doodah Diner. That is the greatest food in Wichita. And Harrison, Doodah Diner. Harrison Ford was here in town not too long ago, and he went there, and he thought it was the best food he's ever had.
What was Harrison Ford doing in town?
He flies his jet here. You know, this is the airplane capital of the world is Wichita.
That's what I was doing in Wichita.
Yeah, there it was.
I was in Cessna. I'm a Cessna pilot. That's what I was doing in Wichita.
That's what. Now it's all coming back.
Into Wichita years and years ago. They said take your what do they call it? Your solo flight alone, and I did. And instead of a triangle of several hundred miles, I flew across the country and landed in Wichita. And Cessna feted me.
That's why you were in
But
Wichita.
I didn't go to the Doodah Diner.
So you will go to the Doodah Diner when you're here, because I'm going to take you when you get into town.
Well, I hope that works out, Lucas, because what kind of food does Doodah? Why are we giving all this time to Doodah?
I don't know. It's a scratch restaurant. I'm just telling you that's where Harrison Ford was. That's where celebrities. You're a big celebrity. I mean, you're the biggest celebrity probably to come to Wichita. I know,
And
Kirsty.
Harrison Ford came to Wichita.
Well, he did, but you're bigger than him.
Wow, Lucas.
And-
How can you say that?
Well, I'm going to tell you why I can say that. And Kirstie Alley lives here. She's been on the show, but she's from here, so she probably eats there all the time. But I got to tell you, your biggest fan in the world used to work with me a couple years ago, and I told her, I said, if I ever interview William Shatner, because she would turn my whole show into Star Trek episodes, and I've never, I didn't really watch Star Trek, so she was like, and she would yell at me and stuff. So I told her I was having you on. She's like, please, I said, let's get her on. So I want to introduce you to Kathy Deane, who actually, one of your episodes of Star Trek changed her whole life.
What was that?
All right. This is Kathy Deane.
Yes, my dear.
Hello, Captain. I just want to tell you that I watched, I was having a really bad time in my life. I was 22 years old, and I was kind of hitting bottom. I was drinking, and it was just a big mess. and I didn't know what I was going to do, and I started watching City on the Edge of Forever, and it was whether or not Edith Keeler lived or died changed the fate of the planet. And in that episode, something happened inside of me, and I just had this huge spiritual awakening, and I wanted it to matter whether I lived or died.
Wow.
Change the fate of the planet. It totally is. And then I got to go to a Star Trek convention once, and I don't think it was when you liked Star Trek so much back then, but then I saw that you had the episode about the captains, and you kind of made peace with it. So whenever he told me that I was going to get to talk to you, I actually kind of teared up. And anyway, that's why I like Red...
That's a beautiful story, and I hope that you'll come to the Orpheum Theater November 3rd. I do talk about Star Trek, and I tell... My one-man show is a series of funny... I talk about gorillas, I talk about motorcycles, I talk about love, I talk about death, and then I talk about Star Trek, and I'm going to tell you a story in the Orpheum Theater that you will not have heard of about Star Trek.
Oh.
So you come November 3rd to the Orpheum Theater to see my one-man show, and you will learn something about Star Trek you never knew before.
I love it. Hey, do you have anybody to sing your national anthem before you come up on stage? Because the other girl I work with, Kareth, she would love to sing the national anthem before we start your show.
Lucas, in the theater, you don't start the show with the national anthem.
Oh, you don't?
He's so ridiculous. It's like here...
That's a football game.
Oh my gosh.
But you're so big that you deserve, you're like the Super Bowl coming to Wichita. I thought you deserve a national anthem before you come out.
Well, maybe we'll sing it outside.
Well, anyway, I just want to tell you, and that's why, to this day, I love red flannel shirts, Captain. Because you were wearing a red flannel shirt in that episode.
No, don't wear a red shirt around Star Trek. You die very quickly.
No, you were wearing a red flannel shirt in the City on the Edge of Forever. It was back in the 20s, and it was like,
Kathy is
you
really
were like
ready to go.
so hot in that episode, and it just changed everything. And for me to have this moment to tell you thank you for what you do,
Well,
and it changed me, and it's in effect, I've lived the rest of my life knowing that it matters whether I live or die can change the fate of the world.
Wow.
Look, this
That's a heavy thing. I hope you'll be at the theater and introduce you.
Ninth row.
So she's their ninth row, but she'll be the one holding up a sign. I'm not sure how many Star Trek fans will be holding up signs. There'll probably be a lot of them.
Well, wait a minute. No, we don't want to alienate people who never heard of Star Trek. So don't hold up any signs.
I won't. He's making it sound like I'm stupid. I'm not.
Be a loving, attentive guest because I'll hold your attention, and then afterwards we can hold up signs.
All right, last question. We'll let you go. So I know you're doing the Shatner Experience. So I know you're going to talk about stories. You're doing all these things. Are you doing any stand-up? Will there be any laughing going on?
There's so much laughter in this show, you will not believe it. It's really a very funny show. It's filled with laughter, but it's also filled with tears. Laughter and tears are like the twins of entertainment. So there's a great, if there was anything you would point at, you'd say, I laughed my heart out.
Yes, that's the terms that we use. That's very nice.
Yeah, that's the term we use.
I love it. Well, listen.
I look forward to meeting both of you.
Yes.
At the theater.
We'll be at the theater. I'll take you to Doodah Diner. Kathy will be ninth row, and you'll never forget your experience when you come to the Orpheum Theater in Wichita, Kansas. Get your tickets
I'm looking
now.
forward to it. Thank you, Lucas Cox.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye-bye.
See you, bud. There he is. There's William Shatner. Look at you. You got to talk to William.